This is Interview Connections TV, the #1 web TV show for podcasters and great guests. And I am Jessica Rhodes, I'm your host, and I'm committed to helping you deliver valuable, actionable content, grow your following, and build your business. And coming to you on a beautiful Thursday morning. I just got Nathan down for a nap and I had an idea for a show, so I grabbed my cup of coffee and I turned on the camera here in my kitchen. I listen to a lot of podcasts, obviously, and I think one of the biggest fears that a lot of podcasters have, or some do, when they're trying to get guests, are those cold emails, kind of like cold calling. The guests, they don't know you're reaching out to them. Maybe you've never met them before, and it can be kind of nerve-wracking. And if you don't know my backstory, what I did before I started my business was I ran a door-to-door field canvas for a nonprofit organization. I literally, for about 6 years, I knocked on doors. And asked for money, asked for signatures, asked for support for my organization. To people who didn't know we were coming, we knocked on every single door in the neighborhood. So I got really good at just meeting people where they were, building a relationship within 30 seconds. I mean, I had the ability to get people to write me a $100 check 3 minutes after meeting me at their doorstep. So it's been really cool for me to take those skills and apply it to podcasting, because even though when I reach out to a guest, when I reach out to somebody to be a guest on a podcast, I'm not asking them for any money, I'm not selling them anything, I'm asking them for their time. So it seems like that's a really easy sell, but their time is their greatest, it's what they value the most. And so a lot of times it can be a hard sell. And the biggest mindset shift we had to make when we were canvassing was assuming support. Just assuming that people wanted to talk to us and assuming that people liked what we had to say. So that's my tip for podcasters. If you're kind of afraid to reach out to people to be a guest on your podcast, maybe you want to reach out to big celebrities and you're having that, imposter syndrome. I know John talks about that on Entrepreneur on Fire a lot, the imposter syndrome of, oh, who am I? Like, why would they want to be on my show? You have to get rid of that. You have to assume that people are going to be happy to be on your show. You have to assume that they're going to be willing to do it. And no, not everyone's going to say yes, right? We had about a 50% success rate in canvassing. I think the success rate can be higher when you're reaching out for guests if you're reaching out to the right people. So that's what I would leave you with today. Just assume support. Assume that people will want to be a guest on your show because you have a great show. That's the other thing. You have to believe in what you're doing. You have to have a show that's well done, well produced. You have to have a great intro. You have to have a great style. You have to have great questions. You have to be prepared. But if you have all of that, you should assume that people want to be on your show, and those cold emails should feel very warm because you're bringing a great opportunity to them. You're offering something to them and they can offer something to you. So it should be a win-win situation. So if you have any questions about that, please leave me a comment, send me an email. Please share this video or like it. If you're watching it on Facebook or Twitter, feel free to retweet it and get this message out to more people. I kind of got this idea. I started thinking about canvassing and podcast guest bookings because I found a really cool podcast about door-to-door sales, and I forget the name of it, or else I would totally give him a shout out here, but that's a really cool show, and it kind of got me thinking about my days going door-to-door and how similar it is to what I'm doing now. So remember, this week when you're doing interviews, when you're reaching out to people, just focus on providing valuable, actionable content, really be a giver in the marketplace, and your podcast is going to soar. Everyone have a great, productive week, and we'll talk to you next time.